Yo, before we kick this shit off, man, it's been kind of crazy, man. It's kind of like really weird.
Yep,
Um, like it's 2020. It's been like shit 23 years since Pac is gone and Biggie. You know what I'm
they died hella
saying?
young.
And
49
yeah,
years old, like that's crazy.
crazy as shit. So it's one of the things where it's like, my favorite rapper is still Biggie, but like, as I got older, I learned to like appreciate Pac's music.
Yeah,
It's
definitely, definitely.
especially what I'm saying pre Death Row Pac. You know what I'm saying, like
Yeah,
strictly for
that's when
my
he was in his
niggas
field
Pac.
bag. Yeah,
Yeah, yep, yep. Strictly for my niggas Pac. Uh, those are me. Against the world Pac.
against the
That
world.
shit- Nothing but the truth, dog. Like I mean, he like exemplified work ethic, and that's why I kind of realized that a lot of these rappers right now don't really have the work ethic that Pac had. So,
Nah,
but
cause it's we in the microwave era. That's all that is. Everything is
man, listen, you got
right
niggas
then and
just
there.
living off of, all right, we just throw a record out, and if it pop, cool. If it don't,
Anytime
I
they
throw
want
another
to.
one out. Like they don't even care. It's almost like, do y'all niggas even master, mix and master your shit? Even listen to it back? Do you have like a room of niggas where it's like, you know, who gonna give you honest, like, like an honest assessment of your shit? You know what
Nah,
I'm
all them yes men's, man. You could tell like the title term when like what Life of Pablo came out, then Yeezy changed it right there on the fly. Like it's crazy now.
saying? I
They
mean,
could
that
do
was
shit
a
like that.
exactly. And then that was a start of title, and now title about to be washed up. But we're gonna get into gonna talk about title.
It had no. Don't
Yo,
get
them
me
niggas
wrong though.
cheating.
It had a good premise at first, like the artist wrong IPO and everything, like their own streaming services. Like it had a good base, but it's just you know Spotify all day.
Yeah, yeah, no doubt. But for real, like I definitely appreciate Pac's work, and yesterday was his birthday, so I show him some love. You feel what I'm saying?
R.I.P.
So
Pac,
we
man, on your
gotta show him
49th
some
birthday,
love. You
man.
know what I'm saying? Ain't got nothing to do with coast or whatever. Man, it's just straight rhyming, man. We gotta show Pac some love. One love.
I remember like Ray J, like a gangsta ass Ray J back in the day.
Man, hey,
But now,
listen,
now
man.
that that's it. Who, what song do you think is your favorite Pac song?
Besides Temptations that we just played, I Get Around.
I get around, hey, I get
I Get
around.
Around is dope. But see, I'm a little older than you, but I mean,
Yeah.
shit, man,
But
like,
my favorite Pac song is when my homies call.
yeah, that
That's
was
my
tough.
favorite Pac
That was
song.
tough.
Like Yeah.
See, but I didn't really like really vibe it, to Pac. I mean, you know what I'm
I
saying?
was
You
more of a
had
Biggie fan.
yeah, but I mean, but once Biggie came out, Pac was already he was already. I mean, he already put out classic songs. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he had the
Dear,
body of work. Yeah.
I mean, and this is even when he went like quote unquote pop. I mean, he had fucking Dear Mama,
Yeah.
uh,
Brenda's got a
Brenda's
baby.
got a baby.
Had a whole bunch of fucking hits already under his belt. Like he was like a
And
free agent when he
look,
signed.
and he was already acting already. He was in fucking Juice. He was already like he was like one of the first. Everybody
I,
thought it
I
was
want to
LL.
say, I want to say if Lord forbid he didn't die, like he would have probably took been the first artist to take that most death, like real like leap in the movies, because like he had another movie lined up around the time he died, right? If I'm not mistaken, right?
Um, Poetic Justice came out like around
Yeah,
'93 ish.
he already had Juice first,
He
his
had
first movie.
Juice, and he
He
had
had
Poetic.
fucking Above the Rim. Like he already had some movies.
This nigga was a legend, man. He was a legend. Like he was already now. I believe that had the money of today been back then, I think he would have never signed with Death Row
Oh
because it's
nah,
like, at this point, like I'm like a movie star and I'm getting say real money, so
hmm
you wouldn't have to really like associate yourself. Even if everything still would have went the way it
he
went
been
in terms of
eavesdropping at that point.
saying in terms of him getting locked up on a little sodomy charges or whatever, but his paper would have been long enough where it's like he could withstand that, still bail himself. If I still go versus, damn, I gotta hit a fucking home run. I gotta sign with it. And if you ever looked at the little docs and they had said Pac's old notes and he'll be writing he
hmm
read, damn, I got $1 million advance, I got this lawsuit, got that lawsuit, damn, I should never sign here. Like he was really troubled. That's why he was like always putting out music because he was trying to hurry up and get the fuck off that joint. You
He
know what
was
I'm
Lil
saying?
Wayne before Lil Wayne, man. His body of work, like they still like some unreleased fucking Pac verses that we still didn't hear still to this day. People like,
Dog,
oh, this nigga still living. Oh, nah,
when he when he died in the next 3 years, it was like his music was just like still right there as if he was
bloody,
still
yeah,
here. You know what
yeah,
I'm saying?
man.
Still
Feeny, man.
buzzing.
R.I.P. Feeny, man. She was getting paid off them shit.
Yeah. So shout out to Pac, man. Pac is a legend.
Happy birthday, bro.
Happy birthday. One love, one love. But listen, man, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning
What up?
in to like the Mental Vault podcast, courtesy of Elite Hustle Media Podcast Network. I'm
What
Joey.
up,
Got my
world?
man Ant. What up? What up? Just do
Yo.
like a little virtual dap. You know what I'm saying? So, ladies and gentlemen, appreciate y'all tuning in for sure. You know what I'm saying? And right now is exactly where we want to be in terms of building everything from the soil. You know what I'm saying? So I look forward
So,
to
so.
6 months from now, 2 years from now, where you can versus see where you actually came from. So definitely look forward to it, man.
Yeah,
And
yeah, so one.
no doubt, no doubt. So if y'all on say like on the different social media platforms, if you're on IG, you can follow Ant at underscore King Lions. If you want to follow the overall podcast network at Media Hustle 17 on IG. You know what I mean?
Please follow Media Hustlers on IG, man, because
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? You
for
gotta be
sure,
hustling, man.
nigga.
You gotta be
For sure,
hustling.
nigga.
You gotta be hustling, man. And if you're on Twitter, you can follow again at Media Hustle 17 at Ant Funny. Show us some love. Listen, like, subscribe, give us your honest
Victory.
feedback. Each episode, don't hold no punches. We don't want no yes
We
man.
want
We
to
don't
hear
want none of that
everything.
shit. None of
Fuck that
that.
shit. Them days
None of
over. We
that.
want to
None
hear
of
the
that.
truth. We ain't
So
13. We want to be the best.
no doubt. So you know what I'm saying? Like the YouTube page is coming really soon. Apple, Spotify, Stitcher, all that's coming really soon. We're gonna let y'all know exactly what those links are. Stay tuned, man. But you know, I was kind of sitting back and I had a different type of lineup that I wanted to talk about, but the world's been turned upside down for the last 3 months. You know what I'm saying?
Still can't fucking lynch, you know. In 2020, people fucking getting lynched. Like, that's the fucking craziest thing ever.
And you know, one of the things, bro, where it's like that's why like the significance of Tupac and when we play his song at the very beginning of the show, we start talking about him organically because I think that if Pac was alive, he'll be on the front lines with fucking Steven Jackson and everybody else. He'll be leading the charge and he'll be leading and he'll be telling all the NBA players, NFL players,
He's the
MLB,
son of a
especially if
Black
they black.
Panther.
You know what I'm
He's
saying?
the son of a
Especially
Black Panther. It's in his blood,
it's in his
man. Like,
blood. It's in his blood. And I guarantee you, if he was here, he'll tell anybody that's black, Spanish, whoever, sit y'all ass down, come with me. We gonna go make some change. I guarantee you. That's why he's missed. See, guys like him, he's missed because he was fearless. He didn't care.
and nah, he ain't kid,
He
man.
didn't
Going against
care.
his grain. Go against
He
the
didn't
grain. That's
care.
what we need more of. We need more artists like that still to this day. We need
No
way
doubt.
more artists that go against the grain that, speak their word and they ain't with like no fucking financial gain and no shit like that. That's really about that shit. Like, that's
Right,
how I
right.
appreciate what like Cole do.
Yeah, but even when you look at when you think about Pac or you think about Biggie and all the guys who in that era, like dog, they was in their early to mid 20s. They rhyming about real life shit and combination
That's going
everything,
on.
and that shit was hard. You know what I'm saying? And that shit was mind boggling because it was timeless and it's way ahead of its time. Whereas like you could play some of their music right now. The shit they were rapping out back then is happening right now.
Facts, facts,
So
facts.
it's almost like these niggas jumped aside like a fucking time capsule, and they already knew what was going to happen. That's
Yeah,
I mean,
cause Pop, cause like you think about it, like he wasn't really like no real flamboyant rapper. He didn't really rap about like no crazy shit like that. He rapped about like social issues, excuse me, social issues and like shit that's really going on in the community. He was really flashing like I got all this jewelry, all this money. I mean, granted, that's why I fuck with Biggie more because he was like swag before swag, but I mean, like Tupac was like really like a blue collar rapper. Like that makes
yeah,
sense.
yeah,
He
because it
was
was on
later.
his heart. It was on his heart. Like even when he went to Death Row, a lot of people felt like, yeah, this new Pac is dope and he making different music, but when he really got in his bag, I ain't mad at you. Shit songs like that, those songs hit you right there. You feel me? So all the other songs was cool. You know what I'm saying? How You Want It's cool, but Tupac to the
Yeah.
core, Tupac to the core was all
The
about
poet.
making
He's a
music
poet.
that's like timeless. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So being that everything is going the way how it's going, and nigga, I was all this stuff that's happening right now, dog. It's just giving me like flashbacks to the early '90s.
Ain't nothing
Rock,
but history repeating itself all over again. They say history always going like cycles and shit like that. We ain't
nigga.
nothing but going. I heard a whole bunch of music that still can relate to, still to this day in 2020. So the songs be like 20 to 40 years old, but the words and shit that they were speaking back in them songs still resonate still to this day. Like it's fucking, it's sad. It's a sad thing now. That shit is
And
sad.
and I can recall like my grandparents, even my mom, during the early '90s when you had NWA playing, you had Dre playing, Snoop playing, Ice Cube, and all that, and it was in Public Enemy. They making this music, and they were like, "Oh, these guys are just mad." And no, they not mad. Listen
They
to what they
speaking,
talking
yeah,
about.
they
This is
talking
shit
real
that's
shit.
really going
That we
on.
going through. The people at
It's
that
just
time,
really
like the
going
younger
on.
age, yeah, that we got to deal with. The
And
new generation, yeah.
and even back then, where it's like the whole Rodney King shit blew the lid off. Half of LA was fucked up. Well, black LA was fucked up. It was to the point where the Lakers couldn't even play at the, you know what I'm saying, at the Forum. They had to go to Vegas.
That's the bad because it's bigger than that. It's bigger than basketball. If you think
Yeah,
about majority of the players are black, like it's bigger than basketball.
exactly. So when all this stuff is going down and you having flashbacks to different, though I can remember back in '99 up in New York, a nigga got hit with what was that 40 rounds. It's in a fucking Jay-Z song.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah. The fucking,
Cops shooting niggas left and right.
it's true.
And
It was a,
and
it's
back
like a
then,
bachelor party, bachelorette
yeah.
party. Yep.
But look, back then, this is before cell phones, camera phones, social media, whereas you might have heard about a situation and might have been rumors about something, and every now and then, certain cases hit the mainstream media like a Rodney King or like Holmes up in New York or whatever who got shot to death. But now it's like that shit is like live PD for real. And the shit that's really bugging me out is that you would figure that what's going on right now, that if you're like a racist cop who walks around scared to really do your job, or you abuse your
Shit,
power
another job. Real talk.
outside of that, dog, it's like if you can't hide that shit for a minute, if if you can't put it in the tuck because you guys are under the supreme microscope and you don't care. I don't feel sorry for none of these motherfuckers who get fired, who get indicted, thrown in jail, whatever the case may be. And I remember having a debate with a associate of mine, and it got really heated because I had made a statement where it's like, dog, if these cops keep on shooting people, it's gonna get to the point whereas everybody's gonna arm up, everybody's gonna
You
shoot
need
back
to
because guess what?
get your amendment right, man. If you don't got no record, get a gun. Get a gun, especially if you another minority. You're not a minority, you got a clean record. Get your fucking weapon now.
Yeah,
Might arm
but
you up, man.
this is like the fucked up part. The minute a cop gets ran over, he gets hit, or nevertheless get killed, the fucking mayor, the governor, any type of politician, they having a fucking press conference. Hey,
Black crosses over their badges, long funeral
listen,
lines. They
they
might
are
be on the
on it.
news.
Listen, usually whoever kill a cop, they on it.
On it.
Whoever shoots a cop, they get arrested ASAP.
Yeah, you gonna die in jail probably too for killing that
Nigga,
cop too. You get your ass
listen,
beat for real.
dog. Whenever a cop gets shot, nigga, they don't need first 48. They gonna solve that shit in 10 hours, nigga. You
Exactly. Yeah,
don't
you gonna
need
get
first
they
48
gonna
at
get
all.
somebody. Hell yeah. R.I.P.
And
Sean Bill. That's the guy named Sean Bill. 50
yeah,
shots. The
yeah,
bachelorette part. I mean bachelor party. And they got killed after got shot. Sean Bill. R.I.P. Man. Stay his name.
yeah, no doubt. You know what I'm saying? Sandra Bland, Fernando Castillo,
That's right. Yeah,
and the
man.
list
That shit's
goes on,
scary out
man.
here, man. I could be
And
Flando Castro. I'm trying to get my fucking gun license as a security guard. Like that shit is crazy. If my shit come up in their system now, I'm on when the police pull me over. Like it could be a whole different situation. Like sketchy out here.
maybe not. Listen, dog. When I used to work security years ago,
Uh-huh.
and dog, I was dead wrong. Listen, license suspended, no insurance. I'm in fucking Howard County. Ladies and gentlemen, we're like in Maryland, if you know what I'm saying, for anyone who wants to know, at an undisclosed location, aka ain't none of your fucking business. But anyway, so I'm in fucking Howard County, dead wrong. I get pulled over. Now this is when the cops first put like the cameras on the back of the cruisers. You know what I'm saying,
Yeah.
scanning tags.
Mm-hmm.
I get pulled over. I had my uniform on. They said, hey, where you going? Hey, I'm going to work. You know, I'm about to be late for my post. So I'm talking security guard language. But he's a cop. And I remember the cop name, Officer Hernandez. So he looked at my ID. Hey, are you a citizen? Because I got a Spanish last name. Hey, I need you to get out the car. Oh, here we go. So I
So
get
yeah,
out
the
the
bullshit.
so I get out the car. I sit on the curb. He said, listen, your license suspended, no insurance. But listen, if you sign this
Got
little waiver,
dirty.
look, if you sign this waiver right here, you're just agreeing that you ain't going to drive. You're going to park the car over here. You got to like appear in court. Oh, well, by the way, are you a citizen? Like, yeah, I'm a citizen, man. He was
Motherfucker, you was
licensed.
citizen, you wouldn't stop.
Dog, dog was light skinned as on or what, but that's just the only difference. Like, dog,
His
like, come on,
presence
man.
is
You don't
bad.
go really. But if I would have never had that fucking uniform on,
It would have been a whole
I'd have
different
been in
situation.
cuffs.
I was in my uniform when I got pulled over one time in Clinton, and the motherfucker wrote me a $400 ticket. And I tried to be slick and try to give him my fucking security license instead of my ID. And he was like, "Oh, that's fine." I thought he was the fucking security police officer that come into the store I was working there. Nah, fuck no, this motherfucker was being pressed. The reason he pulled me over because I fucking didn't turn down the street I was supposed to turn. Now I cut past like a fire station and shit and got back on the main road because the light was too long. He said I read your tags and all that shit. Nah, bullshit, man. Quotas. All about quotas.
You know how, but it could have been it could have been like a situation. But even now, dog, like when I'm driving,
Yeah,
and look, this is what law enforcement don't fucking understand. Like you guys are giving people anxiety. You guys are
word.
giving us PTSD every time we see a cruiser. We walk in, nigga. We could be totally innocent, and you
Nigga,
come up on us,
ask anybody that's from DC or Maryland what happens when they drive into Virginia, how fucking terrified they be when they
nigga.
go across the fucking bridge or cross into Virginia. They fucking
My nigga, every
sketchy as
time I
fuck.
go into a new jurisdiction, dog, I'm up here patting myself down. Make
Hell
sure I ain't
yeah.
got shit. You know
And
what I'm saying?
hell yeah,
No,
they
but I
find
don't
some
got
shit.
nothing.
They find some reason to write that citation or something. Don't get me wrong though. It has been some cool ones that let me off with warnings, like, all right, well, so and so, whatever, you good to go, go ahead, whatever. But it's been some petty ones too, so it evens out, it balances out, whatever. It is some good cops though. It is some good
Yeah,
cops.
yeah, they
They
are.
don't know
They
that shit.
are.
Yeah.
But for every good cop, and I like to challenge all the guys who's in law enforcement, like the era of just not saying anything. If you got a bullshit partner and he doing dumb
Oh,
shit, like call him out. Like
speak out. Yeah, it's time.
call him out, and guess what? If he don't want to change his ways after you step to him personally, then you go up the whole chain or whatever. But like for all those guys who just sit back and just don't say nothing because they scared they're gonna get reprimanded or they're gonna get kicked out or get out of the
Yeah,
whole good old boy league,
yeah, good old boys.
you're
That's all
not
that
doing
shit
us
is.
any
Yeah.
justice. You know what I'm saying? You're not
Okay.
doing us any type of justice at all. And I just think that you know I just hope that a lot of these cops use fucking discretion. Listen, they are supposed to be ultra trained to be able to de-escalate. They teach you when you work in fucking security. First and foremost, you sort of de-escalate a
That's
situation
it's the main job. That's now option
verbally.
number one.
It ain't the those that flex your muscle like yo I got a little bit of power I can
That's
tell you to
how
get
that's
out or
how
no
bullshit
they
power
ain't that
was.
kind of party because guess what we could be wrong sometimes you know what I'm saying and
Yeah.
and a lot of times some of these cops because they make certain choices personally where they get behind on bills they get too much stuff or even security guys they get too much stuff accumulated and they got this stress so they come to work already stressed out not even
Yeah,
in the
already
right
chip
mind
on the
state
shoulder. Yep. They
they
ready to
not even
fuck
in the
some shit
right mind state
up.
dog
They come on their job ready to fuck some shit
they
up.
already pissed off. They
Yeah,
already ready to fuck shit
that's
up. You
true.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah,
So,
man.
so if they come to work or they come clock in on their 12-hour shift and they gotta work in a certain neighborhood that they don't like, you damn right. It's gonna be one of these kind of days where like you know what, I can't get my fucking chill on today. I'm about to wreck shit up. I don't give a fuck if off the smallest thing. And you can tell the bullshit cops when they
You can
pull you
tell
over and they start talking
flexing,
shit to you. But
flexing.
but the minute you say something back, then hey, they get
They
out the
ready to hem
car.
your ass up. Yeah.
So I just hope that seriously though, man, like and for the longest times, like all these crooked cops and bad cops were able to pretty much float under the radar because county, local, state governments allow them to. You know what I'm saying? The federal
Fact.
government's not going to listen like the federal government's not
They're
going to step in until
not
something
gonna step
becomes
up
like
a
something
major issue. It's
federal.
like we got going now. We got now. That's the only time they step up in that. Nope.
Yeah, if it's considered like a federal hate crime, then yeah, you know what I'm saying they're gonna step up,
Yeah.
But I think that the Justice Department needs to do a better job in overseeing all the states, all the local governments, and give them guidance like, yo, we're not going for this, and we're gonna oversee you. You know what I'm saying? And if y'all continue to have shit fucked up, and we gotta come clean things up with case for
Training.
we
It got to be training like 28 months or some shit like
dog,
that to become an officer. A month,
dog
some bullshit
beyond
like that.
beyond
Like
training,
fucked
dog.
up.
It just gets to a point where if you ain't right up here, and if your spirit, if you hate a certain segment group, then you shouldn't be a cop. Like you shouldn't be a cop just to get your rocks off because you get to do what you
Beat
want
up
to do,
somebody,
whatever.
shoot
Because the
someone.
minute
Yeah.
because the minute somebody put their fucking hands on you, you ready to throw all these type of charges on niggas. They gotta get all these felonies and all stuff like that. But you're starting shit, and
Exactly.
and a lot of these
Green
cops,
lighting that shit.
dog, a lot of these cops are able to kill niggas, do what they want, go home in time for, for dinner. You know what I'm
And
saying? Kiss
sleep
the,
perfectly.
hug their kids, fuck the wife, and be able to get up the next day like ain't nothing going
That
on.
never happened. This never did. Question though, I got a question for you though. Do you think it'd change if we had officers that lived in the areas that they police instead of officers from outside the areas in different counties and shit that they can't relate at all? Different, like margins of money being made in that area and shit like that versus probably areas and shit like that. Do you think it'd change if we had other officers that lived in there and interacted with the community more?
I think so, but I also think that in order for you to inflict change, you got to be able to be uncomfortable to work in those different type of environments, and also you got to be able to allow us to be qualified for it. Whereas if we got a petty misdemeanor, they make you ineligible to even do anything. You
Facts.
listen. You could get into a fight at the fucking basketball court,
Yep.
and
And police
and
pick you
everybody
up.
could throw look. Everybody could throw hands, whatever, and everybody go home. But the minute somebody call the cops, both y'all getting charges for what?
Yep.
Assault and
Petty shit.
battery, and
Petty
get
shit.
and now guess what? If you got any type of violent offenses on your record, assault or anything, it's hard for you to get a gun, to get like a little gun permit. It's hard for you to get certain type of jobs. And they don't give a fuck about the fucking fine print. Hey, I fought a dude at the court. It was self defense or whatever. All they see is assault. Once they
So
see
that's all.
assault, that's
Yeah.
it.
That's
That's
it.
it.
And as
It's
soon
a
as that's
wrap.
it, you ain't get no job.
So if they want people from the area to police the area, then allow us to be able to be more qualified. But also, if you have to work in a like a neighborhood that you're not familiar with, then you do need to go through extensive training of the area, and you just need to come with your best foot forward. That's just the bottom. Because look, it's no way that if you and I worked as cops, we can't go to fucking Montgomery County. We can't go to Fairfax County, you know what I'm saying, down in VA, Arlington, Alexandria, Reston, all these
Right?
fancy areas. We can't go down there, whoop up on, white niggas. We can't be
We're
doing
gonna get
that.
fired. We're gonna get charged. They're gonna charge our ass.
Man,
That's the
listen,
bird.
these
They're gonna
fucking
charge
old, listen, these old wealthy ass white people that's in Potomac, Gaithersburg, Great
you.
Falls,
County,
VA,
all of
where
them. Yeah.
look, Ashburn, where all the Washington Redskins live
Look
at.
and
Look,
play and they
dog,
live.
we can't go there and whoop up on white people and thinking that say we the police, we can do whatever we want. Ain't no way in the world.
We gonna get our ass
Look,
locked up.
they'll
Fuck
have our
that.
name. They'll have our name, our badge number, and the fucking plates to the fucking squad car sent over before the fucking shift is over with.
Hell yeah, without a doubt. And that's the great divide. That's why we come at this conversation like
And
in
guess what?
2020.
And look, I don't advocate for that. I don't advocate for any cop, regardless whether you're a black cop doing dumb shit, white cop. I don't
It's
advocate
that
any of
too.
that.
It's that too. It's that
You
too.
know what I'm saying? So, again, you guys took an oath to protect us because you're a
They're public
paid,
servant.
you're like a paid public servant. You took an
Yeah.
oath to do that. So my thing is, if you put your hand on the Bible and you take an oath for it, and you're yet and still you doing wild shit, that's like an oxymoron. How can you be
Hell
able to take an
yeah.
oath to really do well, but you're not doing well? And
I
then
was
get an
like,
added. Yo, I just saw today that there was cops in France protesting by throwing their fucking cuffs on the ground because they passed a law in France that you can't like do chokehold on like on black people, and they're protesting that. You
fuck,
protesting that?
fuck them. Fuck Rand Paul for fucking denying that fucking lynching bill. Fuck the officers that was involved in George Floyd. Fuck all these crooked ass cops, man. And the ones that's crooked as shit wasn't drug dealers.
Like, listen, man, we love cop movies. We like crooked cops and stuff like that. But in in real life they ain't cool. You know what I'm
Nah,
saying? They ain't cool. And when it comes, and as we kind of transition into like the whole Black Lives Matter movements, and listen, let me just say this, 'cause I don't want to go on a long diatribe about it. For all you niggas who want to take this moment to put these bullshit T-shirts on opposing Black Lives Matter, like football matters, or
yeah.
my pet dog matters. Like, come on, man. This ain't the time for your fucking bullshit.
Oh,
This ain't
they
the
kind of
time.
play. This ain't
This is
play.
not the time for none of that nonsense because if it was
Real
another
shit is
culture,
behind.
listen, if it had to do with another culture, and I would think twice
It'll been
before I
dead.
say it,
We
dog,
talked about this the other day. We talked about this the other day.
Off-
This is the truth.
offended,
This is the truth, though.
offended.
No,
All
talk
right,
your shit, man.
all right,
Talk
all
this the
right,
truth.
all right. So let us say something bad about anybody of a Jewish faith, anything about the Holocaust. If we even talk bad or down about the Holocaust, dog, cancel ain't the word. You might as well just get find you somewhere. Dog, you might as well live in exile. Ain't
Yeah, can't say shit no more.
especially if you're a public figure. If
Yeah,
you
he's done. His career's
it
over
dog,
with.
if you wear a
Suicide.
T-shirt that even remotely challenges anything that happened with the Holocaust, with anything that happened with the Jewish people, whatever case it be, ain't no way in the world. Listen, the Jewish niggas run Hollywood. They run some of the fucking
Big
like
bank,
the
all that
like the
shit.
no say big banks, financial sectors. Ain't no way. It's no way. And guess what? They should feel that way. They should come and out you. But at the same token, with the outrage that that community would have, and guess what? We support them. We support every no say all the no say any type of reparations with anyone from a Jewish background who've been involved in the Holocaust. It is like it's like beyond like I had seen this movie called I think it was called Schindler's List. I think it came
Yeah,
out in the
yeah,
early
Schindler
night,
List. Yeah,
and it talked about the Holocaust, and that shit made me cry as a youngin because dog in our core, I guarantee you, this era white people who are like our age or whatever, I believe that they have the same kind, no same type of core we had was like, yo, we don't
yeah,
want listen, we don't want to see nobody die. We don't want to see
yeah. It's
nobody
a
tortured.
generation.
We don't want to see that because guess what? God didn't really put that in us to be that mean spirit off the break. You know what I'm saying? We weren't brought into this world hating niggas. All that's
Nah,
learned behavior.
exactly. Been
All
taught,
that is
man.
learned behavior. And you know, I've read stories online about certain people being hung in the last couple of weeks, certain people being lynched. It's just like
It's 2020.
you just sitting around thinking like, yo, like we still doing this?
It's like they say history repeat itself, man. And I'm so fucking terrified when people say that shit, and it seems like for years and years and years and years. I'm 28 years old. My grandmother is 80 something y'all years old. She preached to me long before this bullshit started popping off to the mainstream, to like how to talk to police, how to talk when you go on jobs and all this shit like that. Like, cause she know, cause she brought up on that time doing segregation and shit. And still to like, I'm damn near 30, and the same shit is still going on, still to this fucking day. Is fucking this. I don't know, man. Something got changed, man. Something got
Dog,
changed. Like, it need to
even
be a big wake up call for my end or something. Like, something got changed.
dog, even my grandmother who is 75 years old and you know, I can have a temper sometimes. She was like, "Hey, when you out there driving, if you get your ass pulled over, you just shut the hell up. You don't say nothing." I'm like, "Gran,
Yeah, fact.
ain't nobody gonna talk to me like that, Gran.
Nah, that's
I
law.
got it,
That's
I
how
got it,
we
I
think. That's
got
how
it."
we think. But that's law, though. Yeah,
Yeah,
especially now. Yeah.
but you got to figure that your grandparents who were born in the 30s, 40s, 50s, they ain't seen some
That
shit.
Jim Crow shit
They
was in
seen some shit.
effect. Man, yeah,
My grandmother is from Goldsboro, North Carolina. She's seen some
all
shit.
types of shit.
She's
All
seen some
types of
shit,
shit.
dog. So I can imagine any of your grandparents who are from the South especially, they seen some wild shit, and for them right now, I guarantee you they're probably terrified more than ever because guess what? It's more publicized now. Stuff is happening
You can
live on
see it, yeah, right
TV.
there. You can see it, yeah.
You can see it now, and for them, and I'm not trying to be all overly, dramatic, but like I wouldn't blame anybody who's in their 70s, 80s, 90s. Like, you know what, Herbie, get me out of here, Lord. I ain't trying
Yeah.
to deal with none of this.
But they don't want to deal no more with this shit,
Let
yeah.
get me out of here. Let me just enjoy life with you. But this shit on Earth, this shit is crazy. And I had a white associate of mine kind of look at me sideways. I said, you know what? It's about time that the U.S. gets charged with crimes against humanity,
It should.
genocide,
And that
ethnic
can happen, but
cleansing.
it should. Yeah.
And he's a kind of a good old boy, former military, EMF firefighter type of. So he's all about the
You read
flag,
that flag.
which is cool. Which is cool. You could rep the flag. Look, I ain't here to argue flag no more. I'm
That
I'm
flag
I'm,
shit is a whistleblower now. In
I'm
this day, that
flag.
shit's a
I'm flag
whistleblower.
fatigue. Like I said, whenever I hear flag, I just think about Trump. I think about bearded
It's a
white guys.
whistleblower.
Man, whatever. But you
Oh,
know, like for real, like to see all these different nations across the world, doing that whole marching for us or whatever, it's a beautiful sign. And
yeah.
I think that if shit continues to happen and people continue to get shot, I do think that we're going to come up on a time where France, Germany, Italy, the UK,
I hope so.
all these allies, they go up to the UN. Hey, charge these niggas, man.
We did it back when the World War II. We did it. We did it back then.
Against
America
the
did it. So
Nazis. Yeah.
why the fuck can't that shit happen the reverse way now? Like that shit. The only sad part about it, like I
Money and
really think about,
influence. Money,
yeah,
influence, and
we the
power.
power. We the number one. We the nation of power in the world. So a lot of countries are gonna be like, nah, we ain't gonna do this. We don't want to fuck up our bread and shit like that.
My
Like our
nigga.
handouts and shit. Like that's the sad thing about it. Like got a whole marginalized group right here.
Dog, could you imagine if the fucking cops were shooting Chinese Americans,
Shit would have been
people,
better than
people,
all time.
people, people from India, people from uh, Saudi Arabia, fucking Russia.
China, Japan, man, all
Listen,
these other people. Yeah,
listen. China's not gonna have that shit. You're not gonna kill our fucking citizens on your soil. First of all, we're gonna cut your money supply off.
they
We're gonna
do
launch
that right
bombs
now.
at your ass. We
Yeah,
not
South Korea, that would
we
do the
not
same.
making look, we're gonna launch bombs at you. We're gonna cut off your money supply because you basically are in our pockets. And also, we ain't gonna make none of your stuff because you don't manufacture none of your shit.
Yeah.
If you look at most of our stuff, made in China, Indonesia,
You can tell now
Taiwan.
just by this coronavirus shit. Go to your local store and see how much stuff is on the fucking shelves. I don't know about like you go to grocery stores, but like you go to like Walmart, Target, look how much shit is on your shelf. The shit is damn near big.
You know what? I think it's a silver lining that the fucking coronavirus happened because
I'm glad they did have. We need a
because
reset.
it's going to hit the reset button and it's going to force America to say, you know what? We need to have shit homegrown. We need to manufacture
More
our
jobs,
own goods and
economy.
services.
Yeah,
So
pump up
why
all these
not?
things.
Yes, we can outsource certain type of things. Yes, in order for us to use our cell phones and those laptops, we need this special thing from Africa. I think called coltan. That comes from Africa. So you can't use your phone, you can't use your laptop, can't use these mics, none of that without coltan. But certain things outside of that, clothes, cars,
Game systems that PS5 niggas want.
make that shit home. You know what I'm saying? Make that shit
Yeah,
home. And but with the whole Black Lives Matter movement, I hope that everyone takes it seriously, even at the 9 to 5. And for everyone that's listening, everyone that's actually looking at us right now, we work a regular job too. You know what I'm saying? I work two jobs, and you hustling, and
Yeah.
you know we see foul shit going on in our different industries that we work in terms of, you know what I'm saying, being marginalized, overlooked. And it could be because be either a female or male or because they just don't want you. You know, we go through enough drama as it is. So with this movement, I hope that everyone takes it seriously. I do think that the NBA guys need to set like a tone for all sports. I do think that, you know what I'm saying, as we transition over, I think that Michael Jordan should be able to, he's arguably the biggest name in sports, especially basketball. You
Without a
know,
doubt.
you
Still
know,
to this day. How many years has been since he last played with the Wizards? How many years that's been? It's still relevant? That's
two,
crazy.
yep, 17 years ago.
Crazy.
And especially coming from an owner's perspective, I think that, and a lot of people are going to disagree, and that's cool, but I think that, you know what I'm saying, Michael Jordan owes us. We supported him since he came out of the draft. We've been supporting him since '85. All his sneakers, all his apparel, commercials. We overlooked all his bullshit, turned a blind eye to supporting his own.
How you feel
Turn.
about that $100 million for from his pocket going for the past 10 years, $100 million social issues.
If I'm going to be fair,
Yeah.
it's okay. It's a step in the right direction. Nike talked them into it. Nike's like, all right, come on, Mike. We gotta, we're on board with the Black Lives Matter. You gotta be on too, and let's
They don't want to fuck up
go.
that money, that market, man. Come on, man.
But I think that Michael Jordan needs to really. I want to see the same emotion that he had when Kobe died
Yeah.
and that raw emotion came out. I want that same raw emotion to come out when it comes to
He haven't
this
had
whole
no public.
movement.
He haven't had no public speaking on the issue. It's been all this publicists coming out right now.
Yeah, like come on, dog. Listen, enough with the fucking press release already. I want to see your face. I want to see you out there and having your voice heard. Because if he comes out, not only being the most recognizable guy probably ever in sports, not just
Only black
basketball,
owner, only minority owner
but
in
as an
basketball.
owner, it's like he's setting the whole tone.
Hell
You gotta
yeah,
follow him. You
got
gotta
to.
follow him.
That's why I want to see what's going to happen with LeBron talking about. He don't want to play, man. He don't really want to go to
I think,
Orlando.
yeah.
Have
I
a
was I was watching ESPN today, and he actually wants to play. So it's he and Kyrie's on opposite sides of that. But
Oh, it just changed. Okay. So I thought it was two
but
Lakers.
nah. But seriously though, I want Michael Jordan to really do a better job and support us. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
So we support
Dog.
him all these years.
And listen. I'm gonna be very transparent in the interest of full disclosure. Yes, I bought Michael Jordan gear. I have Michael Jordan gear. Wearing Michael Jordan gear. I have it. Oh shit, he's gone. Ant's gone. All right, y'all. So let me plug my shit up because so we got some technical difficulty. We wait for Ant to come back in. Wait for him to.
Yo, yeah, I'm back. I'm back. I came right back. Yeah, I'm back.
Yo, you was gone for a minute, bro. You was gone, man.
Hit that back button by accident. Got so
Yeah,
busy on this
so
shit. Back.
yeah, yo. So, but as I was saying before, you know what I'm saying, before you got cut off, you know what I'm saying, I was just telling everyone that listen, I own stuff from the Jordan brand, shoes, clothes, everything. So I don't feel embarrassed or feel like I'm doing something wrong when I'm criticizing Michael Jordan. Trust me, I got more, but that's just for like a later time. But for now, it's like, dog, you owe us. Even during the fucking pandemic, this nigga is slinging sneakers like 2 sneakers a
He own,
week.
I told you that he owned a Bobcat. As long as he owned a Bobcat, we gonna get the same shoes every 4 to 5, 6 years
Listen,
again.
listen. All these billionaire niggas, including Jordan, dog, they don't really need to own a team, dog. But just from the standpoint of, dog, we supported Jordan for all his endeavors. Even just a couple weeks ago with the fucking Last Dance doc. Every
Everybody watching that.
Sunday we was tuned into it. Every Sunday we was actually tuned into it. So my nigga, you owe us to be able to get your ass out there, no press releases, and show your face, dog. Like this ain't the time to be doing shit, covertly in the fucking background.
Yeah,
This ain't the time for
exactly.
that.
He just caught a 400-pound fish. That's what he doing. He fishing.
You know. And I just don't want him to think, okay, yeah, I'm going to commit to $10 million a year. I don't know where I'm gonna send the money to,
Nice.
because he don't have a plan. He just said, yeah, I'm gonna send it towards education purposes and blah blah blah, but you don't really know where. I got this glare going on here.
That little light right there. Oh, good.
There we go. Yeah, so it's like, dog, have a plan. Just like everybody trying to come at Kyrie about a plan. No, Michael Jordan needs a fucking plan. Come out is support the movement for real, for real. Listen, we even look past the fact that this motherfucker he owns jails.
And I hope not North Carolina, at least. If they
This
do, these
nigga,
niggas need to be
listen, he's
canceled.
in the ownership group for jails.
Oh, I ain't even know
We
that.
look past
That's my
that.
favorite player.
We
That's
look
my
past
favorite
that.
style.
And to be very honest with you though, and a lot of people may think, oh man, Joe, man, you being a hypocrite right now, boom, boom, boom. But it's like, dog, like I
All you doing is telling that nigga to
listen,
step up. That's all you doing.
listen. I can say that because I'm invested. We all to a certain degree have been invested in him to a certain degree,
Everything.
and
Shoes, the
everything.
clothes, the movies, the fucking buying tickets to Wizards of Chicago games. We all do that. The debates today, still to this day, and
So
this nigga didn't play in 17 years. Like, it's crazy.
So my thing is not to beat down a black man. I want to, and we support him because he's black. That's
Exactly.
why we
That's why we.
support him.
But also too, man, it's been, man, anybody wear Jordans. It's some white motherfuckers that wear Jordans and still call you a nigga. Like,
No doubt, no doubt.
it's fucking,
So
it's sickening out here.
I don't really I'm believing in beating him down and all that stuff like that. I hope he does the right thing. I hope his heart is in the right place, and we just gotta see, man. But I just hope that we get no more killings, man. No more wild shit. Just kind of get this shit together, man. We gotta get to the fucking lawmakers. Forget the president. You know what I'm saying? The president is just a fucking
Local, your
figurehead.
local, your local government, right there.
Whether it's the local sheriff, whether it be the city councilman, saying
Them the
senator,
boys who
House of
need to be on.
Representatives, mayors, the fucking governors. Those are the real people who play us on. Yeah,
Yeah,
Trump is
saying
in.
that
Yeah,
man.
yeah. Like the president has some type of influence, but he's just a figurehead that goes to all these fucking UN conferences and go talk to world leaders and shit like that.
Especially
And
this
he,
type of president is a figurehead because this motherfucker didn't have no political background whatsoever. How the fuck? He just had the bread. Be honest, this nigga just had the bread.
listen, man.
Like, I think this shit now, since I tell everybody this shit, ever since Trump ran, this shit's about to be the fucking WWE of fucking elections. Like, any motherfucker with bread is about to
It's
start
already
running for president.
happening. It's
Yeah,
already happening, dog.
easy for
Listen,
2020.
listen. I've always had this long-standing theory that I don't think Trump ever intended to win the
He had to win.
presidency.
No,
He just
and that's
wanted
what
to
happened.
run just to be running, so he could write a fucking book that he did it, and then the motherfucker just appealed to certain
One,
people, and
yeah,
he
great
caught a lick. He caught a lick at a good time, and once he caught that lick, said, "Shit, I might as well keep on going. Then let's go." You
like
know.
back.
So
Damn, MJ. I'm gonna change my PlayStation name. That's the AMJ 234. I'm gonna change that shit.
and dog, I have a my whole trepidation level about him getting reelected is really high, man. It's like
If any motherfucker that vote for Trump and this type of climate that shit going on, fuck you. If you still vote for Trump, you greedy or you fucking racist. It's even one or the other. It's no in between. You either for the people with money or you fucking just straight up racist.
I
That's
don't
the,
think dog. Listen, I don't think it's even about money anymore because
his
dog,
business decisions fail.
you could be black with you dog. You could be black with money and still get hemmed up. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
it's fact. Fact. Word to Cephalocious and the dude from the Bucks that got hemmed up. Like that shit don't matter. Money don't matter as long as you black. Like or
Yeah.
any other race. Like that shit don't matter.
Yep, and then even to all my I'm saying white brothers, we don't want to make it seem like
Yeah, we
we
going off on y'all.
that
Yeah.
we I'm saying that we picking, but I mean, we don't all like the dog. We don't like playing the fucking race card. You think we want to be
Fuck
walking
no.
around? Listen, as a
No.
I don't care if you're straight black, Afro Latino, no say Afro, whatever. Whatever if you have black in you, we don't walk around subscribing to self-induced, saying excuses why certain things. We just hustle, man. We just
Yeah,
hustle.
yeah,
We try
fact.
to find a way to kind of get over things. We don't want to have that fucking like that whole thing on our shoulder. You know what I'm saying? We don't want that, but you can't help but to look at it's there. It's in plain sight, dog. Like we ain't making this shit up.
No,
People
fuck
ain't
no.
people not faking their fucking deaths. Emmett Till ain't fake his death. You know
Shit
what
fucked
I'm saying?
up, man. Still to the day,
People
modern
are getting
day Emmett
fucked up,
Till,
man.
like shit is
People
fucking
people are
wild,
getting
man.
fucked up, and our government supports a lot of shit that's really going on. That's
That's why I
why.
think now this should be a change on the guard. That's why I'm glad a lot of the old institutional shit is getting thrown out the window and they is changing shit. That's the whole problem. We still going on old philosophies and
Yep.
old fucking mindsets and shit, and things ain't changing. That's the thing that need to happen. Like we need to have like more like the millennials and Generation X, like they said, like speak up and call out people, them baby boomers and shit on their bullshit. Like that shit fucked up. Like, how the fuck you live in this day and age and hate another fucking race? Like me, you had that talk before. Like, how the fuck you had hate on a fucking another race and you gonna have to depend on them on one point in that time for something, for something. Like, it's crazy.
You know the dumbest thing in the world, though, dog.
But
And this is when I usually have issues with people from Africa, people from
okay,
India,
okay,
certain people from Latin America was like they want to look at us all crazy. Like, dog, you just like
y'all
us.
right. We
You
just
ain't
got on a
better than
boat.
us. What are you
We just
talking
on a boat.
about?
We just on a boat. That's the only difference. We
Dog,
speak English and y'all don't.
don't get it twisted. Like you can be talked about, ridiculed, and oppressed the same fucking way than like a black American. Like don't get it twisted at all. Don't think because you have the ability to go back to your fucking home country that you're exempt from any
Nah, the
type of
same
racism.
shit.
Like come on.
Like when you talking
I
about
think
Puerto
that's
Ricans,
dog. That's like the wackest
Dominican,
shit
like
ever.
how the fuck you be fucking self hating? Like if you in your same country, like your same place, like you going through the same thing we going through, like 'cause you still get frowned upon because your skin darker. Like come on now.
Especially when it comes to my Latin brothers and sisters, like especially if you from Mexico, Salvador, Costa Rica, Colombia, and y'all coming here like right now, they're the ones who's working at McDonald's or what, but they got two or three jobs. They are hustling,
People are
and
hustling
that,
to
but
make
but
their
but
name.
look, but look, but look, but that's in their spirit to hustle because they usually save, they connect with people, build. But at the same token, you can't look down on us. You can't look down because you're able to hustle and you got 4 or 5 people in your crew and
Right.
y'all kind of build up and then you bounce. Like don't look down on us. You know what I'm saying? Don't look down on us as if we're in like you're so greater than us because at the same time we are in the same bucket when
For
it
real,
comes
from
down
shit
to
to
it.
ice and all that shit. Like,
When it
same
fucking
thing.
comes down to it, we are on the same team. And guess what? Black people always sympathize whenever shit goes wrong for other races, whether the whole Trump shit, you know what I'm saying, having like the fucking camps where they, you know what I'm saying, ICE come and get all the people who are like illegals or whatever. And we sympathize with it. Oh no, you can't be doing it. You taking kids away from their family. That's not fair. But if something happens to us, then you got certain people from certain Latin countries where it's like, yeah, fuck them,
Fuck
whatever,
y'all.
whatever. It's like, come
Yeah,
on, dog.
yeah,
I had a coworker who was from Colombia, and she's really light skinned, and she considers herself white. Like, yo, you not white.
nah, and it's a lot of Latino and mixed race people that voted for Trump too. That's the same thing. Like, I don't get. Like,
Because
how
they're
come y'all
actually
vote for Trump?
misguided because they're misguided and because they're looking out for the things that they have, not looking out for, okay, if you didn't have this, how would you be classified, how would you be viewed? You'll be viewed just like us. No, you're not gonna be viewed better than us, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Hell no.
and then I was trying to explain to her, even, and this is kind of minor, but I was even trying to explain to her like, yo, like, you're a Colombian woman who is highly light skinned.
Fact.
I'm half black, half Puerto Rican, so the only difference between me and you is that I'm browner than you are. That's the only
Mm-hmm.
difference. That's the
Oh,
only difference. But you're not better than me. So why you classifying yourself as white? She classified herself as white, dog. A lot of people from Spain think that they're white. Just because you in fucking Europe, you're not white.
that's
Get
what
it
I'm
out
talking about.
of
Like
get
the
it out of your
divide
head.
between the Dominican Republic, Mexican, anybody Latino race, and Spanish. Like the lightest skin, always it's the same
It's the
fucking boat.
stupid shit in the world, dog. It's the dumbest shit in the world. At the end of the day, you still gonna be viewed like us because you got curly hair just like we do.
Exactly, exactly.
The fucking Italians, the same. Look, the fucking Italians, their hair just curly. Like, come on, like, what we doing?
Yeah,
What we
yeah, man.
doing?
That's like some of the most racist people
What we
towards black.
doing?
Like that shit. It's self hate, man. It's self hate, man. That's
Self
all
hate was
that
whack,
is.
man. That shit is
It's stuff
whack.
the
But
wackest shit
yo,
ever.
but with this whole COVID-19, I'm gonna let all y'all niggas know this shit still pumping. Ain't shit calmed
No
down. I don't
shit.
care. I don't care if you're in a look, if you're in your local state and y'all on phase 3 already, whatever, it don't mean shit, sweet. You know, look, you still need a mask up. Yo, look, you got your you got your KN95s. Strap up with this. Get your fucking mask. Or if you really want to be about it, get your fucking high altitude mask. You know what I'm saying? Get
Yeah,
your joints. You know what I'm saying? Look. You got your fucking hand sanitizer. You know what I'm saying?
oh, yeah, this on deck. Fact.
You gotta have it on. Listen, do what you was taught as a kid. Your parents and grandparents, what they always tell you: wash your hands when you come from inside. Don't be
And
touching
it's just simple
everything.
shit. It's just simple shit, man. Like
Look,
that's the only
I
thing
can
I'm gonna
remember
say.
my grandmother taking us to the store, and of course, kids gonna like shit. We want to go and get. You know what she said? Don't be coming here touching shit. You don't know where the shit been at. When
Fact.
we were young, I don't care who you are. I don't care what age you are, whether you're in your early 20s, late 20s, 30s, 40s, your parents or grandparents know the first thing they say, hey, when you come in this house after you come from school, wash your hands. Or if you stinking, go ahead and wash your ass.
And that's just like that shit that made me like scratch my head. Like this is basic shit. Like that shit you should
Did we
already
just
be
forget
doing
that?
already.
Did we
That's what
just
I'm
forget
saying.
that all of a
That's the type
sudden?
of society we in already. Like that simple
Dog,
shit like that. Like
dog, it's just the fundamentals of life, man. Like, yo, if you gonna go to the bathroom, wash your hands. Wash
straight
your hands.
shit.
If you're out and about, no one's asking you to be a germaphobe and acting like, oh my God, I can't do nothing when I go out and about. But okay, if you in and amongst people, don't have people all in your personal space and be touching any and everybody, come home and clean yourself. But if you listen, fucking like the governor of New York is about to threaten New York to put him back
Promo.
in joint.
Yeah,
He
yeah,
actually
he too.
threatened. Yeah, because they all congregating at the fucking beaches and different places. They're not social distancing, so it's
Every
like,
place that opened up first, they had spikes. Everybody from Houston to Georgia to Florida, they all had spikes. Every place they opened up first, they had
dog.
spikes.
I'm just so concerned because they're talking about the second wave, and they're talking about the second wave may be here November-ish, December,
When
winter
flu season
season.
starts, when flu season start back up, that's
So
it's gonna be crazy
everybody
sports.
think it's sweet right now. It's like, look, hand sanitize your shit up, man. Mask
It
up,
already
man.
mutated over here in the U.S.
Mask up, man. Do what you gotta do, man. But you know, we're gonna kind of transition, and we got a segment that we kind of came up with, and it's something kind of near and kind of near and dear to us because on this platform, we talk about everything, whether it's entrepreneurship, fashion, life, fatherhood, any type of topics on this particular platform. We have our sister platform off the dribble, which is strictly sports, but
Strictly sports.
yep, but basketball is king. But on this particular platform, any and everything we talking about. So on this particular segment, it's gonna be on both podcasts. Um, in this particular segment, it's sneaker stories. We all love sneakers, no matter who you are, what you are. We all love sneakers. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not sure if you want to go first, and or you want me to
I'm
go.
about to
It's
go grab the shoes. I'm about to go
all
grab
right,
them
all
motherfuckers,
right.
man. You
So
started off.
and even though I put out a call for Jordan to really do the right thing, you know I still want him to really do the right thing. I am still a supporter of his merchandise. I do want to see Michael Jordan do a better job when it comes to recognizing what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Anthony stepped away, so he'll be back in a minute. But ladies and gentlemen, like, we're still in a fucking pandemic, and Michael Jordan is still slinging 2, 3 retros a week, regular price. He just hit us off with the Jordan threes, um, with some high elevated, what I'm saying, fabrics, and that's $250, and another retro is 190. So he's hitting us off every week without any type of concern. It's like, yo, like, this is what you're doing during the whole pandemic. So, you
Dropping
know,
jewels.
I just want everybody to understand that, yes, we have Jordan stuff, and as a consumer, and as someone that has supported him from basketball to entrepreneurship, we expect more. We're actually disappointed that he hasn't done more. So it doesn't take away from our love for the fashion, the things that he's, like, what I'm saying, like, accomplished, but we want more, man. So, what I'm saying. With that said, bro, new segment for both podcasts. Off the Dribble podcast will be this weekend, episode 1 and 2, where we talk everything sports, but basketball is king. So here for the inaugural version of Sneaker Stories. What's your sneaker story, dog?
All right, I'm gonna start off my sneaker story. It takes place back in like 2002, I want to say. You put the light on and you go. So, long story short, I'm in school. My man come into class, and he got like some grail shoes, some shoes I never seen before. Because 2002, '01, I wasn't really into sneakers like that. But he came in there and he had these these bad boys right here, Jordan 2s, Chrome Jordan 2s.
Those Jordan shoes. Let me see you put it on the camera now.
I don't know if you can see them that good. I got both
Yeah.
cameras right here in front of me. So I seen these in the Chrome 2s at that. I'm like, that's my new favorite Jordan. Not really into Jordan shoes, not really into sneakers like that. And I just seen this man come in there. I was like, I gotta have those. So I talked it up this idea to come up with an idea like this. Trade this nigga for me. I ain't had no bread. I'm in elementary school.
Right.
So I'm like, all right, man, I'm a trade this dude my shoes for his shoes. And I traded him like I, I want to say like some Huaraches, some shit, some
Okay.
bullshit, some bullshit ass Nikes. And I got the twos. So I ended up getting the twos. So I'm like, bet I got these fucking twos. I'm about to wear these twos. And still to this day, like I got like the dopest fucking like pic for like social media before social media pack on. Like I got like it's a pic that's on Black Planet and it's on another website of me wearing these twos and skinny jeans back in like '04. Like skinny jeans and these shoes and shit like that. '04 is like unheard of. So
Yeah,
I
niggas still
fucking put the
wearing
shoes
baggy
on.
clothes.
You still wearing baggy clothes back then, right? So I put the shoes on. I think nothing of it. Walking around and shit, get uncomfortable for a while. So I looked back at the shoes and I found out two different size Jordan 2s. I took that fucking L. I could not fucking take that L like I couldn't like still to this day like this shoe right here. One shoe is fucking a 10. That's probably my shoe size at the time. This other shoe, which is the left shoe, is a 10.5. How the fuck you managed to get a whole size and a half size of the same shoe?
Man, listen, that nigga, listen, he's a legend because he is
I think
ahead
his
of the
brothers
game.
financed that shit because his
Nigga,
brothers wore shoes.
my nigga,
Yeah,
that's some shit that happens when you go to fucking Ross and you got shoes mixed up everywhere and you know what I'm saying, you find some dope
you want to be
shoes
fresh. You want
and
to
you
be
don't
fresh.
look inside of them. Yeah.
Bro wanted to be fresh, but these
But
shoes
one
are fucking cracking and all that other bullshit now. This with age and all that. I'm keeping them because it's grills, but
yeah.
Jordan need to re-retro these motherfucking Chrome 2s, man.
Yo,
I'll be right back.
you know you can get them Jones fixed though.
I need a bottom though. That's the only thing I need a bottom of another shoe. Like I need like the white and black twos that came out like in '06, '07, some shit like that, and get them those
Mhm.
swap. But yeah, I still can wear. I still got the '92 twos. I can show them shits next time.
Oh
'Cause that was a
shit, that's
crazy story
dope.
too. Yeah.
That's dope. Listen, man, I got an embarrassing sneaker story, and I'm sure that a lot of people can sympathize with me. You can
Especially this
you
day and age.
listen. You can joan on me, and that's fine because I
Nah, you
do
can't
deserve
Jones
it.
because this day and age, people taking hella L's like that.
So last year, you know what I'm saying, Jordan came back out with the Concord 11s, but they got 45 instead of 23 on the back. This might have been after Christmas. This might have been like January, maybe February, whatever. So, you know what I'm saying, like the release date was on a Saturday. I was at work. I was working in White Oak at the time, and you know, I got the sneaker app just like everybody else do. So of course, I got busy early in the morning, so I couldn't get online in time because you know everything dropped at you know what I'm saying fucking 10 o'clock. So I got busy at work, and then before I know it, it was 10:45. Them shit sold out. So usually whenever Jordan comes out with a retro, I don't always clamor to it off the break, but maybe a day before or that day, I get a rush. Oh shit! I'm gonna go cop the jump right quick. It's man, whatever. So I missed the fucking deadline online. Fuck, everything sold out. Every size sold out. Fuck. So later on in the afternoon, this might be like 3 o'clock. I said, let me go ahead and call. I'm pressed as I don't know. I don't know why I'm pressed at this point. So I call. I call around. So I finally get to get a hold of House of Hoops that's in Wheaton. Yeah, we got him. Like, for real? Yeah. Yo, can you hold him? I get off at 5. I'll be there. So he said, yeah, dog. As soon as I got off, I zoomed, dog. I might have got from White Oak to Wheaton in like it felt like 8 minutes. I
That's a
ran a
nice little
couple,
drive, people.
nigga. I done ran a couple of lights.
A nice little drive.
I think I still got a speed ticket I ain't paid for. Dog, I ran lights. I got the Wheaton, dog. So I got up in House of Hoops, right? Asked for dog. Dog still there. Yo, so and so, I called for the snooze. You got 10 and a half. He said, yeah. So he goes to the back. So I start sweating a little bit, right? So guess what I started to do, though? No, I went to go get some socks. I went and got a couple of champion sweatshirts that
Got
kind
a
of
whole
match up to
fit
get.
ready for that jump. That's fucking
Nigga,
good. Got a whole fit
listen,
ready.
my nigga, I was getting shit laced up, man. I was ready to roll. You know what I'm saying? And I had paid some bills, so I was straight. This is all me. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing this for me. I don't care about nothing else. I'm getting these sneakers, whatever. So dog came out with the shoes, right? All I
Yeah.
saw, all I saw was the Jordan logo, 10 and a half, retro. That's all I saw.
Confirmation. That's confirmation right there.
That's what you think,
That's
right? That
it.
usually if you go ask for a shoe, they go get it. But
You
there's a
call
key.
for it. You call.
Listen, but there's a key component that would tell y'all about in a second that I fucked up on. So I get to the register. I pay for my champion hoodies, sweatshirts, some socks, got some t-shirts. Even had a fucking Space Jam t-shirt. Oh, I'm gonna go freaky. I'm good, nigga. I paid for everything. Left out. There's a fucking stand that sell the oils, so I was trying to get into little oils or whatever. I got some oils for
At
my
the
for my
bag.
dog. You know, so dog, you said I'm setting the vibe. You know,
Yeah.
I'm trying to create a vibe, not knowing I ain't had no fucking vibe at all. So look,
You ain't looking to fire.
I didn't have a vibe at all, not at all. So dog, I got the oils, I got the sneakers, I got the hoodies, got the socks, t-shirts. So I said, dog, I'm feeling good. I'm not gonna get me a fucking smoothie. I get a smoothie, right? I said, you know what? Let me go ahead and stun on my brother right quick because he you know, say he got some shoes, whatever. Let me go ahead and kill him right quick. So I put the smoothie down. I get the shoes out the box, dog. I open the box of shoes, right? Tell me why instead of the fucking Concord 11s, I received the retro Jordan 10s Orlando Magic colorways. I start sweating again. I ran down the hall to say House of Hoops. Almost ran over this old white lady. Had to tell her sorry. I zoomed the House of Hoops like, yo. Listen, where's dog at? You know, he said, who you talking about? Tall, light skinned nigga. He, you know what I'm saying? He was holding some shoes for me. He said, what kind of shoes? Man, he gave me the wrong shoes. I'm here to get the fucking Concord. So the manager kind of looked at me, right? And he seen how serious I was. He said, are you sure? Dog, listen, I ain't never been so sure in my life. He said he had them. I'm here. I left work. Boom, boom, boom. Dog, I'm here. Can you go back there? So he said, so he put his hand on his face, right? He like,
He had the face palm. He had noticed he had the fucking face palm. He had the
listen,
face palm that shit, man. That's fucked
listen,
up.
listen. He was like, he's like, cuz, listen, man. Them joints been sold out since 11:30. I was like, no. I'm like, no. Listen, dog said that somebody didn't come get their shoe. He said, listen, man, I am not bullshitting you,
Got
man.
his seal up off you, man. He got
He
you for that
said,
commission.
them Jones been gone, man. He said everybody came for him. So not only do I not have the right shoe, I bought all this gear, got the oils. I thought I had a vibe. I ain't had no fucking vibe at all. And I paid for my merchandise with my debit card. So it wasn't like I paid with cash. I get my cash back. So
Yeah, wait.
they talking about it's 3 to 7 business days.
You can wait there for 7. Fuck the 3.
Listen, it was 30 minutes before before the store closed. It was crowded. I look kind of whack because I sit up here semi argue about some sneaks that was gone 7 hours prior. I'm like, man, I can't leave out of here empty-handed, dog. That was a pride in me. I should have just said, you know what? I'll go ahead and get my money back.
You
I'll
want to take
keep.
that L? You would
I
take
look.
that L, man.
I'll go ahead and keep everything else, but I need my money back for the sneakers. Take these retro 10 Orlando's back. These are all right, but I don't want them right now. So I'm like, nah, I can't leave out here empty-handed. So I end up settling with the Jordan 33s. It's a nice box.
Yeah, it's a nice box.
I've only worn them like a couple times.
But they
So
ain't no damn them Jordan 11s though.
they're not the Jordan 11 Concords with the 45
Nah, man, them
on there.
motherfuckers gonna come out like the next 2 or 3 years from now. They gonna come back out again with 23 back on the back.
So I got these Jordan 11s. I'm sorry, I'm still thinking about Jordan 11. The Jordan 33s, and I couldn't leave empty-handed. So, like I said, I've only worn them like maybe 3 or 4 times.
You can tell because you still got the heel supporting shit in there. The heel
Because
fucking
dog, listen,
in there.
every time I even pull these out or even try to wear them, I think about that event and I just think about how whack I was for even believing that the shoe was still there.
Now, if you would have got the Travis Scott 33s, now you would have been in some business there. You might be able to flip those later on.
Yeah, possibly. So when I finally put these on and I'm walking around, it's all right. Well, I don't see many people with these on just yet. All right, man, whatever. But yeah, these are like the sweet substitute, man. I couldn't get my Jordan 11 Concourse, man, so I had to
Probably some
settle with
good
the.
hooping shoes. I saw
Yeah.
Russ with them on.
Now,
Yeah, the white and black ones.
Now, this is the thing about these, right? Where these are different from the retros because these are engineered for actual gameplay. And a lot of people don't
Actually
understand.
balling. Yeah.
And a lot of people don't understand with the retros that only a few of them you could actually ball in because the way how they're made now. You know what I'm saying? Like if you try to hoop at some of the retros now, they're gonna bust. You know what I'm saying? But these are really designed to hoop. These didn't have no shoelaces. So these are the first Jordan that came out without shoelaces and shit. So, you know, I took a L, but it was a valuable lesson to all you boys and girls out there. Make sure you get to the sneaker app before 10 o'clock, or make sure you got to connect in the store. Because by the way, that whole raffle shit is whack. At the stores, all that shit is whack. You know what I'm saying? I think Anthony froze up again.
I'm coming back. I'm coming back. There you go. There you go. There you go.
Yeah,
We got him in. We got him in.
come,
We got him in.
come on, Aunt Riley.
You got it in. You got it in. You got the you got
Yeah.
the fish.
Those the grails.
Now hold your shoe up. Hold your shoe up. Straight thumbnail.
Let me get to the camera actually.
Got it. Move it over. Yeah, there you go. Right there.
Jordan 33.
Yeah,
These
yeah.
are actually these are actually very comfortable to actually play in. It have a lot of you have a lot of grip and everything on the bottom. Like these are actually really good to play in. Kind of comfortable too. But I will tell everybody if you're gonna get Jordan 33s, to get a size up because if you get your exact size, they're gonna be tight right up in here. Because the way how the shoes made, you know what I'm saying? It's like it's almost like you put it in like a sock or whatever.
You gotta try them out balling in them. See how it is because I heard those were good basketball shoes to play in.
Yeah, I probably got to put my own custom insoles in them because every
Yeah,
shoe you can't use the insole. You know what I'm saying?
that's like the NBA players, folks. The NBA players do not ball in those shoes that y'all get from the stores. They definitely have special shoes that's fitted to their feet, different insoles in the shoes. It's definitely like altered. It's not the shoe that you get straight from the shoe and go straight in there and hoop. So
Yeah. So that's my sneaker story. It was sad. It was fucked up, but it is what it is. I guess everybody has a happy ending, so to speak. But at
yeah,
the
you
end
still
of the
came
day,
out with a shoe though. It could
it
have
still
been
came out with something.
like
Hopefully, these be for something. Now they got some other colorways that are kind of dope in this, but a lot of people really only clamor towards, don't say retros, but like
Low
the
numbers, yeah. But that's when I think when the Jordan, like when the high numbers start getting good again. Because before that, I think like the last best one was like the 20s or some shit like that. Like,
yeah, yeah.
yeah,
But at least these are like good to actually, play ball and actually, protect your ankle and shit like that. Great grip. So, and but it's all good though, man. But ladies and gentlemen, that was our segment, sneaker stories. We got more to come. I got some more embarrassing sneaker stories,
yeah.
unfortunately.
Unfortunately, more L's, man, from both sides, man.
And
Yeah,
look, and
definitely
look,
L's.
and any of you guys who are sneaker enthusiasts slash sneaker heads, everyone is taking the L. I don't give a fuck who you are.
You
Every,
gonna take a few L's, man. Not just one. You gonna take a few L's in this game,
look,
especially now. You gonna
look,
take
my
some L's.
nigga. Look, and we ain't gonna talk about the homies who been wearing the fake Jordans or the fake.
I got a story. I got a fake Jordan story too. I'll take it till you make it one day. I got a Jordan story too. Stay tuned.
look,
I might be on
look,
the next podcast.
look. It's a difference between buying a shoe online and somebody give it to you, then you knowingly going to go get a fake Gucci slipper or Giuseppe's or all this other high name shit. With, like,
Hmm.
people really, 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 really capping out here. But
Hell yeah.
you know, but we love sneakers. We love everything about it. It's just a culture thing, man. You know what I'm saying? We love, matching up with our gear, with our hats, so our t-shirts and everything. You gotta have some great shoes, man. You know,
Hell
and
yeah. That's the first
and
thing I look at when I look at people. Is the
look
shoes. That's the first thing.
and actually, dog, for real, and they don't even have to be like the top of the top in terms of Jordan
Keeping
retro.
them
It
clean.
could
Keeping them clean.
Dog, it could be like a undercover like legend sneaker on the low that people ain't thinking about, like the fucking
It could be
hyper
some.
dunks
Hell
or
yeah. Some pro kid fucking shoes or something. Something keep them
or
clean.
the
Like
or the fucking Flight 89s are kind of classic. You know what I'm saying? It just
hell
depends on how
yeah.
you really freak it. You know what I'm saying? So that's sneaker story for you guys,
Nigga
man.
story, folks.
but I definitely took that L that day, man. That's called doing too much. You know what I'm saying? You so pressed, you doing too much, and you look bad, man.
That sneaker hype, man. That's a whole different type of hype right there, man.
Dog, it's almost equivalent to being at the fucking casino and you win like 4 or 5 games in a row, and you're supposed to walk away from the fucking table. You know what I'm saying? Got your
Oh,
lick. Nah, I gotta run it back one more time. it's the
yeah.
rush.
It's
You know
the
what I'm saying?
rush.
For
That's
me,
what it is. Rush of
you know what I'm
choosing.
saying? For me, sneakers are sometimes like a rush. Like the last pair of sneakers I bought were the Jordan 3s during All Star game, and I probably
The
should have
red
got.
ones, yeah, the red ones.
Yeah, I got the
Yeah,
red one. Actually, I mean, I got them in the back, but that's for another episode. Don't
yeah,
really have a
yeah.
story for that, but I think it was kind of cool, man. But before we get up out of here, man, we was kind of talking off mic. We got a couple more segments to talk before we get up out of here, man. I think the one thing that kind of really led us to kind of really linking up when we were kind of sharing stories about unfortunate situations and dealing with people when you're trying to make something of yourself, when you're trying to get to that next level, and when anything you do. And I think that especially right now with everything going on with the fucking pandemic, with the Black Lives Matter, police brutality, I think knowing your worth overall is something that you have to really, really take pride in. I think it's something that you have to believe in, because if you don't believe your own self worth, then people who you're trying to fucking solicit ain't going to value it the same way. You know what I'm saying? And there's gonna be a time where it's just gonna be you.
Exactly.
It's just
You
gonna be
got to find
you.
people with that same heart and desire that you have. Some people that's gonna be willing to put in the input and be there for the downfalls of any company and the uprise of any company that's gonna be there. Because most people gonna bullshit you if they don't have that same drive you got. Yeah, or passion.
Yeah. And then and this goes for all of us who work in 9 to 5. Any of us are trying to be a first generation entrepreneur. What the case may be, there's going to be a lot of hurdles and a lot of trials and tribulations, a lot of Negro naysayers. It's going to be a lot of things that's really going to get in your way. And I think that more specifically, when you're trying to build something from the soil, momentum is such a key, man. It's like if you got that momentum going, you can't sacrifice that for nobody. And I think that, and I'm gonna use myself as a guinea pig today. So originally, when I launched the Off the Dribble platform, which is our sports version, maybe like a year and a half ago, launched it, um, and we was building some kind of momentum. And as a person, as a creator, period, what I'm saying, whether you fixing cars, doing hair, you do graphics, whatever it is that you're doing to create a business for yourself. If you're the founder or CEO, whatever your title is, you have to be responsible for the rise of your company. You have to be accountable for anything that goes wrong, whether you intended to go wrong, whether unforeseen, because the buck stops with you. So a lot of times when you're mixing families or close friends, associates with your viewpoint, um, sometimes things can get kind of fuzzy a little bit. You know what I mean? And let me get Ant back in. Yeah, the connection going haywire. Um, so as I was saying, like when you're intermingling different type of relationships, whether it's a close family or friends or whatever, oftentimes we know what we're supposed to do, but we give too many passes. You know what I'm saying? And when you don't really put your foot down, or when you don't read the actual writing that's on the wall, and you let things continue to go on, and now um, you're building up this high level of, anguish. Whereas when shit finally hits the fan, you got a massive, explosion. It's an argument. So I think that in any type of business that you're trying to start, it's in my firm belief that you got to have a core understanding of what the objectives are, right? So everyone has to be on the same page. We got to know our roles, what we're going to do, and you can't be afraid to have an uncomfortable moment. Meaning, if someone's not pulling their weight, you got to go check them. And it don't mean that we got to be, I'm beefing about it, but you have to be able to let the person know that's in your organization that, yo, you got to be able to um, you have to be able to let them know, like, yo, we all in this together. And when when I win, we all win. And when everyone's pulling their weight, it makes everything easier. It doesn't matter whether you create the business or not. But if it's your idea, like for instance with you, Ant, you have a up and coming, clothing line, and I didn't come up with your name. I didn't come up with the actual vision of it. But if I'm repping it like it's mine, and I'm gonna put 110% in it. I ain't gonna come halfway, whatever, because I think I'm gonna get something out of it later or whatever. It's either you in or you out. And when you're non-committal, or if you're not inspired, or if you don't have work ethic, you can kill a whole. You talking about killing a vibe? You could mess a whole situation up, and you could never get it back.
Facts. Real facts.
You can never get it back, and that's one of the things that I'm always gonna be like accountable for. Whereas I'm ultimately responsible for the hiatus. I'm also responsible for not making sure that everyone is accountable for their workload because we got another type of relationship, and you don't want to make people uncomfortable. But I am glad that it happened
Hmm.
because now moving forward, I can say, yo, listen, even if I slip up, I should be able to have a good enough network where it's like we all could check each other. You know what I'm
Absolutely.
saying? I'm not above you in terms of yo, you can't come talk to me. I'm the creator of everything, whatever. I mean, I'm not fucking James Dolan. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to be that type of guy, but we all need to make sure that in any type of business you're trying to run, you're going to get negativity. You're going to get people who don't believe in you. But with your inner circle in that business, everybody got to be clicking on the same page. And any nigga who not
Machine.
look, and if it's any nigga who's not going to be a part of that movement and do the right things, you got to get him out of there. You got to get
Yeah.
him out of there. I mean, what's some of your experiences when it comes to issues within trying to
Yeah,
create something?
like you touched on it, like the clothing line thing, just like working with different people, man. Like I done went through like I say about 4 to 5 different people that I was working with. One of the people being one of my close friends, and I guess it just didn't pan out. But the other people, like one of his associates, trying to get him in here. Like I even came to the point I even had like contracts, like, and I had people sign and shit, and it didn't work out. It was even people I was paying all the parties and the shit just didn't pan out right because they just wasn't motivated like how I was motivated to get this shit up off the ground. You know, like you say, you gotta find somebody that's motivated and passionate about the same shit that you is and willing to work and put in the effort. Like they gotta know it's gonna be growing pains with starting any business. Like it's not going to just pop off like right then and then click. Like you say, it's all about like the momentum and catching the right
Yep.
wind. And if you don't do that, you just gonna have to like, grow from the seed and just, take the punches that come with it. And if people ain't down to, work like that, like fuck 'em.
Yeah. Yep. Yep. And that even bleeds into like on your 9 to 5. Oftentimes, and I had a different mindset. Like maybe within the last 6 to 8 months, I had a different approach. And you know how you're being like, you're kind of being used and abused at work, and you you thinking that you're gonna get bumped up, you're gonna get like a manager position or what the case may be. It turns out that they never had any type of plan for you to do that at all. So when I was thinking about the different type of businesses that I want to try to run and get started, it kind of helped me with that. You know what I'm saying? Where it's like, you know what? I'm here temporarily. Like I had this thing where it's like, right now I work on property management, leasing apartments, working second job at the hotel. Those are my last jobs. That's my mentality right
Me
now.
too.
These are my last jobs. I'm gonna do whatever I could do to get whatever resources I can get to kind of push me ahead, and it's gonna be that because like I can't see myself. Listen, the one thing that my grandparents don't understand is that in their era, it was all about getting with a job, staying there for
Retire.
20
You
years,
can retire.
25
Yeah.
years,
Work so you can
get your
retire. Hmm.
get your pension,
Hmm.
you know what I'm saying, get your social security and you straight. You know
Hmm.
what I'm saying? But
Hey, that's
there's
status quo.
there's no job security, dog. That shit don't exist no more.
Not even with the
And
fucking government. Like it's sad. Work for yourself, people.
so my thing is like, yo, like I'd rather try. I don't care if I fail at every venture that I try to start, but if that means that my sons or my daughter sees that, oh, well, daddy tried, and I think I could take it further. And but as long as you plant those seeds, like, okay, daddy always kept a strong will to try to do things his way, whatever. Okay, but no, I'm so much younger. I'm in this technology. I'm gonna go ahead and do this. It's just building a whole competitive entrepreneur spirit to
Yep.
wanna do things on your own. You know what I'm saying? But I think also for everybody out there, it's also important to find a business that makes sense. So if you don't know how to fucking work on cars, don't try to start a fucking auto mechanic shop.
Nope.
If you
You
don't know
find your
how to
niche.
listen, if you don't know how to fucking do hair, don't do a salon. If you're actually doing it, like for me, I'm getting into real estate. I'm going to create a property management and a real estate company. I'm keeping all that bread in house. I got a strategy that I ain't gonna say it right here,
Don't say
but
it on. Okay.
that's the next no, so that's the next level up. You
That's
know what I'm
elevation.
saying?
That's the
That's
elevation.
the next. Or
Yeah.
even for you, all right, working security, you want your own firm or whatever the case may be. You're in the industry. You know it. It's like
Mm-hmm.
it doesn't make rational sense to be working in an industry for 5 years or more or 3 years or more, know it
No
inside
promotion and
out,
nothing.
and you
Mm-hmm.
don't try to flip it back to yourself. You know what I'm
Talk about
saying?
elevation, man. Elevate, man. That's what you gotta do. You gotta fucking progress in your field, or become like the top, dog in your field, or owner or something, man. Don't go around with your life like doing this status quo and it's maintaining and settling. That's what the problem with a lot of people is. Granted, a lot of people ain't gonna be owners of their own shit. There's some people that's out here that's just made just to work, just to be the worker ants or whatever. But man, for
Right.
the most part, if you don't like working for people, man, and you got that hustle, man, go out here and fucking get that shit. Especially in this day and age, with all the resources out there to go get that shit.
Yeah, and and you have made a great point. Everyone's not meant to be a day to day entrepreneur, but you can also invest in business where you could be like a minority owner. You
Yeah,
know,
top dog. Yeah,
you can invest in stocks, ETFs, different type of real estate, whatever, and you don't have to run it day to day. But if you own 5 or 6 different type of shares, or you own 5 companies, but you're like the like the minority of it, you're still an owner. You still getting passive income. You know, so you're still making a difference. You're just not running it day to day. So I do agree. Everyone doesn't have the necessary temperament to be hands on and running shit day in and day out. But you need to have something established where you can pass to your kids. That's this is what it's all about, dog. It's all about
generational
entrepreneurship.
wealth.
It's all about generational, and we're first generation. You
Hmm.
know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna I'm gonna bust my ass to try to for the next 10 years, 15 years, and I'm gonna tell everybody at home too. If you're in your early 20s, late teens, early 20s, you know what I'm saying,
Get
before
it.
you get 30, don't bullshit your whole 20s, yo. Don't be so pressed to be popping. You gotta get, you know what I'm saying, designer this. Listen, that shit can wait, cause I'd rather you
That's the
have.
end game. Yeah.
Listen, it don't make sense to wear $5,000 worth of stuff, but you don't got 5 G's in your account. Like I had to learn that the hard way, getting
Exactly.
watches, earrings, shoes, and all this bullshit that don't really mean nothing. And guess what? And when you fall off, you still gotta sell it. I mean, listen, we gonna be
Yeah,
all
so
listen,
yeah. I sold
nigga.
hella shoes I didn't want to.
We gonna be
But
all the way real here. We ain't sugarcoat shit. I done sold a lot of stuff. I done sold MacBooks. I done sold diamond watches
you,
and shit
yeah,
like that.
money and shit. Yeah. Yeah, man. It be like
And,
that sometimes.
and look, and especially if you're operating outside of the law, you getting things that you ain't supposed to get, and that's just the way how the fucking universe works. You fall off, you gotta get rid of it anyway. So it's
That's a
like
good thing though, because that's just showing that it's all like materialistic
it's
things, and that
material. It
shit
can
could
come
be
back.
here and gone tomorrow. Like, and you can get that shit right back with through
You can
hustling.
get
Like,
it right
it's
back.
materialistic. That's how I had to get off that mindset too. Because at first, for the long period of time, I was hoarding fucking shoes. And I ended up watching an
What?
episode of fucking Black Ink, and I seen Teddy sell a fucking pair of shoes for Sky, and I was like, hey, I might be able to let up off a pair of these shoes I ain't wearing like that. Because it's shoes and shit, like, shit, it's materialistic shit. Like, that's all that shit can be replaced. Like, that's just materials. Like, it's a bigger picture than that. Like,
Yep, yep. And I just think that that's so vital, and I think that And it's not to tell the youngest that you can't have a good time. You have a good time.
Yeah, go ahead, enjoy. Go
Moderation.
ahead.
You know what I'm saying? But listen, and I'm coming from the standpoint whereas I'm 38. So I recognize so many things now. It's like, but at the same token, bro, it's like I'm not gonna look back and be like, oh damn, I should do this. Should no. I just recognize that I job messed up. A lot of stuff was self inflicted. A lot of things was unforeseen.
Hmm.
But I'm not gonna sit back and be kind of like, oh
You can't
man, do
linger on
this.
that shit. You can't linger on
Yeah,
that shit.
you can't. You just got to know say live and learn. And say it just set goals. Okay, for the next 5 years, I'm gonna be focused. Get your focus on your credit. Focus on stacking your paper. Like all that stuff is all part of what I'm saying having power and being your own boss or whatever. Where you can leverage shit. You can leverage your credit. You can leverage different things or whatever. And I think that we're gonna talk about that more and more as this show goes on with the episodes. And I think it's just so important that especially for us, whereas we gotta tell our people where it's like anything we learn, we gotta pass it. And
We
that's
got
what
to spread the
and that's
wealth,
what's the
man.
problem right there. That's the main problem with a lot of people. If they get a link and they get on the come up, it's like, yo, you can't take the connect with you.
Nope,
If
they
you
want to keep the
if
jewels.
you die tomorrow, what you gonna do? You can't take that connect to heaven with you.
Nope.
Pass it along. You know what I'm saying? If you see a youngin about to do the wrong thing, now mind you, that youngin still gotta make their own decisions. But if you give them the resources, then guess
Yeah.
what? They can't blame nobody.
Nope. Nope.
They
And that's
can't
the
blame
problem with our
nobody.
generation. And that's the problem with our generation, our culture a little bit. We not passing the wealth or the knowledge down, even from the OGs, anything like that. It's not passing the information down, man. That's what happens. They get fucked up in the middle.
And I think that's something that we and guess what? And we have to identify that, and we got to be able to look in the mirror and say, yeah, I fucked up, but guess what? I want to bounce back 10 times. And that's the most important thing is being able to have that attitude of being able to bounce back. Yeah, I kind of fell off now, but I'm gonna go ahead and bounce back and be able to be bigger and stronger. But you gotta be committed to it. So part of having your self worth is identifying what your errors are, identifying what your strengths and what your weaknesses are, and being able to try to get better every day. You know what I'm saying? And in this climate, especially with everything going on with COVID, all the 42 million people out of work, business closed left, right. If you got talent in any capacity,
Greatest
it's
great, man.
it's almost dog. It's almost mandatory. You got to do it. It's mandatory.
Hmm.
Listen, I don't care if you know how to draw well. Guess what? You could be a graphic designer. You could do whatever. You know what I'm saying? And I just think that you gotta get that talent out of you, and you gotta be able to make it worse. And again, I believe if you once you get 25, like listen, you gotta
No
start thinking
more,
long term.
ain't no more games no more, man.
You gotta
Ain't
start
no
thinking
more
the long
games.
play. You know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
what I'm saying, you can't be 40 living at home and be like, yeah, I got the comforts of moms or whatever, whatever. Some of us didn't have that kind of luxury. We had to get out there. And
Early teens or before that, yeah, yeah.
yeah, and like the one thing I don't want any of my kids to do is feel like they have to work two jobs to do. No, 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 no. Daddy's put certain resources together so we can be able to pass it. Whereas, okay, if you want to go to college, cool. If you want to get like a certificate, cool. But guess what? This business or these businesses right here, you're not going to get discriminated against. You're going to get used and abused. You're going to be underpaid, under no appreciated because it's yours. You know what I'm saying? And I think that that's what we have to do, especially like I'm saying, especially all the guys.
Hell
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
man. Got
All us
ten
men,
toes
we
down.
we gotta do it. We gotta do it. 1,000,000%. And guess what? We got no excuses. It's
Go to
mandatory, dog.
providers, man.
That's just mandatory, dog. So, I just hope everybody just, what I'm saying, take heed to being able to just, knowing your worth, man. It's so important, man. Um, but on a lighter note, I know that was kind of serious, but
It was
um,
real.
yeah, because You know what I mean? For real,
That's
man.
real
Like,
talk, though. That's real spill, man,
nigga,
for this
nigga,
generation.
you know how many times
Your
I fell
generation.
off? Nigga, you know how many
Man,
times I fell off and I had to
that's
get
gonna
back by
happen.
myself.
It take time, man. It take time. It come with that, man. Selling shoes, it
Dog,
pay
listen,
rent.
listen. I'm sure you fell off, dog. I didn't fell off, dog. I'm like a 5-star general in terms of falling off. Like I don't even get scared no more if I fall off. All right,
Oh,
fuck,
you
I
just
just gotta.
take it, talk about the hill, and keep going to the next.
It's like, all right. Well, you know, saying we can't go to the store and floss, can't do this. You just gotta just tighten shit up and just keep on pushing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But say before we roll up out of here, man. We were talking about movies off air, man, and you had brought up a movie that I only seen one time. It's just crazy. When you brought up Three Strikes, that
That's a
shit, man.
classic. That's the
That shit's
modern.
a that shit's a hood classic, man.
The
And
classic.
I know this was kind of tough, but
Uh,
in terms of your top 10 movies, to you, not according
it's
to
opinionated, people. Don't
not
take it to
not
heart,
not
people.
according to mainstream. This is for you.
Yeah.
What is your top 10 movies that you will go to at any time? Don't matter who's in front of you, that you'll go to.
All right, let me bring the list back up real quick. All right, but freestyling real quick in no particular order. The first movie I'm gonna go to is He Got Game.
Yep.
Shout out to Spike Lee. That's one of my another favorite directors, like Quentin Tarantino. Um, I also like let's see, Fast and the Furious was the end was the tenth. That was the 10th movie, but
Mm.
that's more of an honorable mention. If I had more time to think about it, I would have probably replaced Fast and the Furious. The first Fast and the
Mm.
Furious, that was more car oriented before it got like over the top with all the action, invention,
Yeah.
stunts, and all that shit. And so the first one. I would say this real good movie. It's called Slam. I was telling you about that movie. It's about a DC Cole who got released from jail. It was on a poetry scene in DC fighting like trying to stay out of jail. It was a pretty good movie. Um, let's see. I gotta pull my list up, man. Street Kings. We talked about Street Kings. Real, I think Street Kings was
Yeah.
slept on. Real slept
Super
on. The
slap
second one
on.
was some shit. That was straight to DVD. That was some shit. But the first Street Kings was definitely like a
That shit was a
classic. Like,
classic, man. I don't care what
yeah,
nobody
man.
say.
Like, man, Forrest Whitaker, bad acting, Keanu Reeves, that still was a good movie. Like, that's a good movie. The next movie I got on here on my list is let's see, check my list out. The next movie I got on here is I'm still trying to put this up. Let's up real quick. All right, let's see. I said He Got Game. I said Street Kings. I said the movie Slam, Fast and the Furious. Okay, now I'm about to start going all over the place. Friday, I had the course. You gotta have one of Fridays. I got the first Friday,
No doubt.
second and third Friday, went all over the place. The next movie I got is No Country for Old Men.
Oh, I forgot about that. That joint is
That
ill.
movie was good as shit.
Oh.
A lot of action in there, a little bit of dialogue,
Oh
and I
shit! I
kind of,
forgot
I think
about
I
that.
like those movies with like a lot of action or a little dialogue. Cause the next movie on my list is Drive. I don't know if people seen Drive. That's a movie with Ryan Gosling. He wasn't saying too much in it. He was driving his ass off. He was
You
like a
know
stunt
what? I
driver.
was I was I was thinking about the other movie he was in when he had like tricked this person to kill this girl or something. They
That
tried
was
to
the
like
movie
Frank.
came after that. I remember you. I remember that. It was like it was some crazy. It came on like right after that movie, and he got
Mm-hmm.
locked up. And he had a kid or some shit. He had a kid in that movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was after that movie. But the movie's called Drive. He was a stunt driver. He was doing like he was a getaway driver in LA too.
Mm-hmm.
So it was some crazy shit. The next movie I got on here is House Party One.
Oh
I
shit! I
mean,
forgot about
gotta have
House
one.
Party.
Gotta have one. House Party. Classic.
Forgot about House Party.
I said Three Strikes, and the last movie to round out my top 10 is one of my favorite movies. It's in contention my favorite movie all the time. But he got a game is Do the Right Thing.
Oh
Still
damn.
resonate still to this day with the social issues, Radio Raheem, everything still resonates still to this day. Ain't shit changed. It's like Martin first movie, the list of people that played in that movie is fucking redunculous. Like it's a whole bunch of actors that played in that movie got their start, even from like the legendary like stepping on the Jordan shits.
Yeah.
Like the four is just like it's crazy. Like it's so much shit that's still like that shit is still current still to this day. And the movie's like what 22 years old or
Shit.
older than that, damn
Nah,
near
nah,
30.
fuck
It's damn
no.
near 30.
Nah, that shit
That
pushing
30,
30.
30 or 31 years
Yeah, that
old.
shit 30
Yeah.
years old.
Yeah, yeah, a lot of actors, Tisha Campbell,
I
Martin Lawrence,
think
a lot of actors got their acting debut in that movie.
I think Do the Right Thing might have came out like 88, 89 maybe.
89, I want to believe, or 1990, 89 or 1990, one of them.
Now House Party, I think House Party was like 91.
One that, but that it was it was a movie before that House Party though. I want to say it was well, it was a movie, it was a kid play movie before House Party one. I want to believe, and then it was House Party. Well, it was a movie definitely before that, right? I don't want to look it up and shit right now, but it's definitely a movie
Yeah,
before House Party.
I'm sure I could come across it later. You know,
If I
but
if I yeah, if I go and look up like Katie Play Wikipedia and look at their movies,
yeah.
their filmography, I definitely it was definitely a movie before House Party one.
Yeah, I forgot all about House Party. That's crazy.
Yeah, because I
Yeah.
know for House Party they actually changed the father. Because I remember from the first movie, well, the first movie had a different father, and the second father they had
Yeah.
what's his name,
Yeah,
the
that cause he
comedian.
died.
Yeah,
Yeah, he died. Listen, Robert Harris
yeah,
died.
Robert Harris. Yeah, yeah, they made kids, man.
That shit's crazy, man. Uh my list is all over the place and it's a lot of movies that I forgot about. So everybody can't make the list. Now, of course, everybody's list fluctuates, but everything that come to mind. So,
Yeah, definitely.
of course, I got Heat. You know what I'm saying? He got Game as
60
well.
seconds. Get out 60 seconds or less.
Yeah.
he
Heat as well. Yep. Yep.
was a good movie. I forgot about that one. We'll
Yeah, Heat
see.
was
Yeah,
dope.
our minds. Yeah.
So he got Game. I got Training Day, of course. I got I got Boys in the Hood, of course. I got Pulp Fiction. I got Poetic Justice.
We got all these critically acclaimed movies, man. Where the
Yeah.
sleepers?
The Sleepers.
It's the sleepers on
So
that list, man.
so I got Blue Chips. So Blue Chips was
Shaq, man.
like way ahead of its time. It had Shaq and Penny in it. It had Nick Nolte. It had Ed O'Neill, aka Al Bundy. He was like the I think he was like the compliance officer or he was in the media, but he always like was calling out shit that was kind of going wrong, whatever. And I think that particular movie is so important because everything going on right now in college basketball and just in college period about people taking benefits and shit like that.
We had a discussion about that too in the sports podcast.
Yeah,
Definitely.
yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. And I think that movie is just so ahead of its time. I think Paid in Full. That's like a hood
Oh, I
classic.
forgot about that. That was a fucking that right there was a classic, man.
That's a hood classic. Uh, Belly's a hood classic too.
I started to put Belly on my list.
hmm Now I'm gonna substitute because you call me out in terms of like the favorite movie. So I'm gonna substitute Poetic Justice for Ray, and I think that a lot of
Man, Ray
people,
Charles, man.
a lot
What's
of
his name?
people
Jamie
say
Foxx
forgot
did his
about
thing.
Ray.
He did his thing, man.
hmm Um, I got the 40-year-old virgin on there. You know, if a lot of people don't know about the 40-year-old virgin,
Cult
I just think
classic.
that shit like, I think if you have like dry sense of humor or sarcasm, that's the movie
Sarcasm.
for you.
Because
That's
most
the
people
movie
don't
for
get the
you.
difference. Like
Mm-hmm.
you was talking about with the Kevin Hart scene when they got into the argument inside the store, man. Like
um. Also, a sleeper on here. Um. Wedding Crashers.
the first, hey, that wedding crash movie was crazy as shit. That scene
Listen,
when they was at the dinner table,
one of
wow.
my favorite, like one of my favorite on-screen comedians is Vince Vaughn. You know, and again, if you got that type of sense
Dry
of
humor,
humor,
yeah.
it's gonna be on there for sure. I think a super classic, and it's a really old movie, but Lean on Me. You know,
That
again,
still speak value still to this day.
speak value to the
Speak
day.
value.
Speak value to the day. I got a lot of honorable mentions on here. I got Juice, Above the Rim. Uh, what's it? Wolf of Wall Street is like an honorable mention. Um, The Firm. I don't know if you ever seen The Firm with like Tom Cruise, and so he's like a lawyer. He's like a new lawyer into this law firm.
Oh
And you
yeah,
got
I'm
this
telling you about that. Yeah,
and you got this crooked law firm. They trying to do things, and then he trying to do things right, and they trying to kill him because he's going to like expose the secret. So it's definitely kind of wild, man. Um, a lot of Denzel movies are like honorable mentions for real. They could be substitutes as sleepers or whatever. So of course Friday's always a classic.
of course, Friday.
All those Friday movies are like fucking classics, and like uh niggas love Baby Boy.
Baby Boy
Niggas,
was a good movie though. Baby
yo,
Boy, I think any nigga like in their 20s or like early 30s can relate to Baby Boy, and especially with it depends what area you grew up. You definitely can relate to Baby Boy in some aspect. You probably ain't gonna get bitch like Jody, but you definitely can relate to certain parts of fucking Baby Boy, definitely without a doubt.
you know. All I'm gonna say about Baby Boy is that we all have experienced that to a degree, some more than others,
Yeah,
and um, on later
forgot about Baby Boy.
episodes,
That's a good one.
on on later episodes, we'll definitely get into it more explicitly, but I can relate to Baby Boy in that situation, and hey, listen, guys. Listen. I don't condone certain things. If you have a lady, stay with your lady, do your thing. You know, being a player is not where it is for real. But we just being honest. Shit happens.
Yeah, Jody had it. He had it set up right, man.
Listen,
He,
listen. Jody had man. Jody was going through it, man.
Word. He couldn't
He
even
was
get out the
good.
car.
Listen, I can relate, man. He was going through it, and he created all of it too.
Hell
God
yeah.
damn. Oh god.
I forgot
Oh
about
god.
Baby Boy.
I'm. I know. I'm gonna get a crazy text. I don't give a fuck, man. Whatever. But
That was a good one, man. I forgot about that. Damn,
yeah.
that's one of my honorable mentions too. Baby Boy was a good one.
Yeah. Fuck yeah, it is, man. So listen, man. We got the first joint, knocked it out, man.
We actually went over time that we thought we was gonna do. We was thinking about
Just a
what an
little,
hour.
yeah, just a little bit, but shit free flowing, man. But listen, everybody out there, listen, man. We appreciate y'all listening to us. We just appreciate the viewership. Again, we're going to let you guys know when the YouTube page is gonna be up, when the iTunes link, Spotify. But again, if you're on IG, follow us, subscribe, leave us comments, man. Don't be
Definitely
bashed.
comment.
Don't be bashful. No, give us everything. We don't
Let
want
us
no
know.
BS. You know what I'm
We embrace
saying?
that feedback.
We don't want no BS. And if you're on Twitter, follow us on the links again. You know what I'm saying? And appreciate you coming on here, man.
Ain't no problem.
We gonna get right to work for episode 2. We got the sports joint coming up later on the week,
Stay
and we just
tuned.
listen, man. We are looking to get bigger and better every single episode, man. So once again, Joey's Aunt, Elite Hustle Media Podcast Network, the Mental Vault.
Yep.
Appreciate y'all. Holla
All
back
right, my
at y'all.
brother.
No doubt.